Good evening and welcome to Athletic Park tonight on a beautiful Friday evening as the Chaska Hawks square off against crosstown rival Chanhassen Storm. I'm Mike Schmid, joined by my producer Brett tonight as we bring you this beautiful game between the Chaska and the Chanhassen Storm. Like I said, we got a packed house in downtown Chaska at Athletic Park tonight, and I'm excited to bring you to the game. We'll start tonight with the Rome Team Real Estate Keys to the Game. Tonight's keys to the game are brought to you by the Rome Team Realty at Edina Realty. If you're looking for keys to a new home, let the Rome Team use their expansive network to find you your next home. Go to www.rometeamrealestate.com. Again, that's www.rometeamrealestate.com to get in touch with Emily and Jan. The first Rome Team real estate key to the game for the Hawks is going to be play composed. It's easy for the Hawks to be fired up tonight coming in against a crosstown rival, especially after a big win over Edina. Chaska has to stay within themselves tonight, go out there, make the easy plays, and have good at-bats and hopefully come out with a victory, focusing on going 1-0. The second Rome Team real estate key to the game is build off the Edina win. A lot of good things happened Wednesday night. Great pitching by Nolan Kemp, timely hitting, good defense, and it was all business as the Hawks looked to stay composed throughout the game. Chaska did a great job controlling the action in a 4-1 win with a no-hitter from Nolan Kemp. And third key to the game tonight is grab the lunch pail and go to work. Game 3 of 4 this week. All these kids know one another as they've been playing against each other for several years. And it's important to keep those things in mind when it comes to their defense and offense. They know the other team's strengths and weaknesses. They got to play within themselves, stay composed, and you know what? Just go out there and battle. Beautiful night here tonight. Very little wind, slightly overcast, but a nice temperature here as it's about 64, 65 degrees. Chaska takes the field, and Carver Miller's on the hill for the Hawks, number 4. He'll be facing off against the 4-4 Chanhassen Storm, who are coming off a big win over Bloomington Kennedy, in which they won 16-1. Both teams have pretty similar records so far, pretty similar rosters. You know, it's just when Chaska and Chan face off, you kind of know what you're going to get. It's always going to be a battle. It's never really a blowout. Both teams know each other so well. So it's going to be a big one here for the Hawks tonight on Strikeout Cancer Night here at Athletic Park. Pretty standard lineup here for the Hawks tonight. Carver Miller leading off, going into Nolan Kemp, and then Drew Benson. Ethan Bachman moving into the 4-hole. He's the DH. Henry Bushy playing third tonight with Carver Miller on the hill. Maddox Foss, the shortstop, then hitting 6. Nathan Rosenberg moving down in the lineup a little bit. Hopefully we can get him sparked up, the UMD commit. Like I said, his bat's been quiet. He's been great so far behind the plate for the Hawks. I'd look for him to have a really big night. And Sam Streeter playing second base, and Tommy Hansen again in center field. Ben Carter playing left field and getting DH for. You can hear it. The crowd's going nuts. Big student section on both sides as looks like Josh Och digs in.
At some point, can you just mention for Heather Miller?
Strike one there for Carver Miller, and the Hawks are off to a good start. Och is a freshman for the Storm. As he drives the ball into deep left center field, Tommy Hansen gives chase, unable to get to it as it lands around the warning track. Och is on second, and with a stand-up double for the Storm. As you can hear, like I said, we got a raucous crowd here at Athletic Park. Both sides are filled up. That brings up number 6 for the Storm, Brandon Radke, the second baseman. As Och gets the lead off of second base, Carver Miller sets in the stretch and delivers. Fastball inside half for a strike. 0-1 count now here to Radke. Here's the 0-1 delivery. Radke takes and apparently missed just on the inside half. That was a curveball by Miller. Again, it's strikeout cancer here tonight. Big honor to Kim Gleeden. Recently lost his battle with cancer. Been involved in the Chaska program for many years in all facets. Carver Miller delivers. Catches the inside half with a fastball. 1-2 count now to Radke. Kim Gleeden had a big influence over my life as well as my brother's. Corey Gleeden, his son, played with my brother coming up, and it's a big loss for the community. And I just don't know what to say. I feel terrible for the family, and Corey's in the attendance tonight, which is good. As Carver Miller gets the swinging strike 3 on Radke. Number 9 digs in for the Storm after the strikeout. Now 1 out, runner on second. It's Hunter Sheehan. Och with a big lead over at second. Fastball misses on the outside half. Rosie frames it, thinking he might have gotten the outside corner, was unable to get the call. Good answer there by Carver Miller, getting the strikeout after the leadoff double. Grounder to second is going to advance the runner. Maddox Foss is able to make the play over to Benson. Auk moves over to third, though, on the play. 2 down now for the Hawks. That brings up number 10, Jared Cook, the right fielder for Chanhassen. Would be a big out here for Carver Miller and the Hawks. Get out of this inning after the leadoff double. Miller delivers from the windup. Fastball catches the outside edge for strike 1. Good job there by Carver Miller. Miller working out of the windup with the runner on third. Shakes off Rosie. And here's the 0-1 pitch. Foul down the left field line and that's going to be 0-2 now for Cook. Big attendance here tonight. It's going to be a fun game for Chaska and the Chanhassen Storm. A lot of chirping from the Chanhassen sideline so far. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Miller to Cook. Fastball up, and he gets strike 3. The Hawks are out of trouble early, and we'll be right back here on CHBN for the bottom half of the first inning.
Hi, I'm Emily Rome-Welter.
And I'm Jan Rome of the Rome team.
We're back! We thought you might also want to know we can help you with lots of other real estate needs. For example, we can help you upsize,
Downsize,
build a new home,
find a cabin,
buy land,
relocate out of state.
or sell family property out of state. We're here for all of your real estate needs, so give us a call if we can help.
Soar Hawks!
Chanhassen coaching staff going into the year. The 1-1 pitch is fouled off down the right field line. That's going to get out of play here. Yeah, Nolan Kemp, Wednesday night, no-hitter, 10 strikeouts, scored a run himself, went 2 for 3 in the game. And the Hawks needed it after a 3-game losing streak. Still 0-0 here. The bottom half of the first inning. 1-2 pitch. That's going to be hit down the right field line. And Chanhassen's first baseman's there to handle it. That's Van Hollen, Cole Van Hollen, gets the pop out. 2 quick outs for the Hawks. Drew Benson now digging in for the Hawks here, facing off against Riley Funk. Benson's been on a little bit of a tear here recently, was 2 for 3 in his last game on Wednesday, including a double. He takes up and away for ball number 1. 1-0 count now with 2 down here in the bottom half of the first for the Hawks. Funk sets and delivers. Fouled back against the backstop, bouncing back into play. 1-1 count now for Drew Benson. Benson's someone who's developed quite a bit over the offseason, focusing primarily on baseball. He's able to put on a little bit of weight, gain a little bit of strength, and it's really paid off for him so far in this young season. He takes up and away for ball number 2, 2-1 now. Here's the 2-1 delivery from Funk. That one followed back over the backstop. We got 2-2 now, evening the count. I'm going solo again here tonight, but I believe that later on I might have Ryan Paul hop on with me. There's the delivery. Strike on the outside corner, retiring the Hawks. 3 up, 3 down for Chaska as we head into the top half of the second inning. We'll be right back here on CHBN.
Bank Vista has hit it out of the park while helping small businesses. Bank Vista is honored to share they have been named Minnesota SBA Leader of the Year for 5 years running. In those 5 years, they have helped hundreds of businesses, resulting in thousands of local jobs and economic growth. Bank smart, bank local, Bank Vista. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Schramm House overlooks downtown Chaska and Athletic Park with a variety of indoor and outdoor seating with food and drink. Stop by before or after the game. They have an on-site kitchen with pizzas, Bavarian pretzels, and other delicious food. They're also the perfect venue for your next business or family event. That's Schramm House in Chaska.
We're back here at Athletic Park for the top half of the second inning. Still 0-0 Chaska Chanhassen. The Hawks went 1-2-3 in the bottom half of the first. And after a leadoff double, Chanhassen was unable to play anything. And there's your first pitch. Foul down the left field line by Will Redding, number 7, the catcher for the Storm. Carver Miller back on the hill for the Hawks. Miller working out of the windup, 0-1 delivery. Curveball hit, tap to third. Nice play there by, it looks like it's Henry Bushy moving over from second base with Miller on the hill to retire Redding. That brings up number 8, Ryan Mashka, for the Chan Storm. Mashka, name everyone's pretty familiar with if you live around the area. gave me nightmares as a football coach. Heck of a football player on the gridiron. Takes strike one down the middle from Carver Miller. I remember coaching against him. I was coaching against the senior class, coaching for the senior class for the Hawks from 4th through 8th grade. And Mashka was an issue back then, and he still is now. Miller delivers the pitch, and it's grounded up the middle. Handled by Maddox Foss. Delivery to Drew Benson's on the money, and that's 2 up and 2 down quickly for the Hawks. That'll bring up number 22, Mason Lang, the DH for the Storm. As Miller seemed to settle down here quite a bit after that leadoff double. Here's the pitch. Catches the outside corner for strike number 1. 0-1 count here with 2 down in the top half of the second. As I mentioned earlier, these teams fairly evenly matched. Should be a really good game. Here's the 0-1 delivery with a little bit of hesitation on the hill from Miller. Gets the foul off down the left field line to take the lead 0-2. As I mentioned, I'll be joined by Ryan Paul, the man who started CHBN and my broadcast partner during the football season and basketball season. Looking forward to it. Here's the 0-2 delivery. Up in the zone. Trying to get him to chase a little bit, and that misses. 1-0 count now. Storm 4-4, coming off a big win at Kennedy. Chaska 3-4. Here's the delivery. Misses low and away. 2-2 now. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Up in the zone, misses. Full count now with 2 down. Big out here for the Hawks. Be nice to get back in there and grab the bats. Hopefully get out to an early lead. Crowd still coming in. And the 3-2 pitch. Grounded hard into the gap, and it looks like, yep, it's going to sneak through the, it looks like Sam Streeter's going to be able to make the play in kind of shallow center field. Facing the lefty Lang, he was playing at shallow right field, a little bit of depth with kind of semi-shift on. Able to reach base on an infield hit. That'll bring up number 18, Cole Van Hollen, first baseman for the Storm. Miller now working from the stretch. Takes a peek over at Lang. Sets and delivers. Fouled over the backstop. 0-1 count here with 2 down. Beautiful night for ball here. So we start to get the vaccine rolled out. Excited to see what other crowds are in store here. That pitch, the 0-1 pitch, is fouled down the left field line. 0-2 count now with 2 outs. Carver Miller doing a great job early of getting ahead in the count. After Wednesday, calling the no-hitter, not able to talk about it during the broadcast. That ended a little early here for the Hawks after the leadoff double. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fastball misses up in the zone. 1-2 now. Lang, decent-sized lead over at first. Not looking like he's ready to run, though. Miller will take a glance over at first and set. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Fouled back off the backstop. Still 1-2 here. And here's the 1-2 pitch from Miller. Line drive up the middle. Sneaks past Miller. Nice play by Maddox Foss. Wow, great play up the middle by the sophomore. And he gets the force out at second. No damage done after the two-out infield single. We head into the bottom half of the second inning here on CHBN.
Hi, I'm Emily Rome-Welter.
And I'm Jan Rome of the Rome team. Last year, we were able to help our clients 72 times buy or sell their homes, bringing them to their next real estate chapter.
Sometimes people ask us how we do that. We listen closely to all of our clients, of course, whether they're buyers or sellers, so that we know what their goals are. When you're a seller, we partner with you, come to your home, do a marketing analysis, marketing plan, and help you prepare your home for success. Let us know if we can help you.
Soar Hawks!
Welcome back to Athletic Park here for the bottom half of the second inning. That brings up Ethan Bachman, number 19, the Sioux Falls commit. He takes a ball outside from Riley Funk, number 11 for Chanhassen. Funk tying issue here. Like I said, Funk, he, mid to low 80s on the fastball. He has a 3-pitch mix that he's willing to throw at any time. And here's the 1-0 delivery. Misses high to Bachman. Bachman doesn't have a ton of hits early in the season, but he does have quite a few walks drawn in the 0-2 pitch. Low in the zone, but in for a strike. 2-1 now here. Really important for the Hawks to get a couple runs early, get that lead. 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss on a changeup. Oh, it looks like a foul tip changeup, evening the count here at 2. Riley Funk now sets. Catcher sets up outside. Fastball catches the outside corner for strike 3. Bachman doesn't love it, but he'll take a seat. That brings up third baseman Henry Bushy. Chaska's utility man in the infield, kind of a do-it-all, jack of all trades. He takes a ball inside for the first pitch, 1-0 now, with 1 down. Bushy really important to this Hawks team. Here's the 1-0 delivery. Swing and a miss on a fastball on the outside edge, 1-1 now. Lots of chirping from both sides of the student sections, like I said, filling up most of the grandstand. As that curveball barely catches the outside edge. Not sure if I love that call, but we got a 1-2 count now. Strikeout cancer night here at Athletic Park. Funk sets and delivers. Driven down the right field line and down for a hit, and he's going to take off to second. Here comes the throw, and it's in time, and Bushy's out at 2. Good hustle by Bushy. Great throw there by right fielder Cook. That's Jared Cook, cleanup hitter for Chanhassen. Unable to handle the fly ball, moving towards the foul line, but he's able to get up and deliver a strike to second to get the out, and there's 2 down now here for the Hawks as Maddox Foss digs in. Funk sets and delivers. Foss takes a curveball on the lower inside edge for strike one. Foss made a great play to end the top half of the second inning. He fouls that one back, and it looks like it's going to sneak out of play. 0-2 count here now for Foss. There's a delivery and a ball driven into left center field by Foss. It looks like he's going to hold up at one. Nice single there by the sophomore. That's going to bring up big Nathan Rosenberg, the UMD commit, Hawks catcher, number 5. Spoke a little bit with Coach Bauman before the game about moving Rosie down. It's just kind of a thing to maybe get him going a little bit here. And this is a perfect situation with 2 down here. Foss gets a decent lead on the lefty Funk. Funk sets and delivers. Misses low and inside. Foss takes off to second. And he is throwing out the ball, gets and beats him there. And that's going to end the Hawks inning. We'll be right back here for the top half of the third on CHBN.
Cuzzy's Brick House in Chaska is the ideal spot to meet up with family and friends for great food. Watch the big game on 13 HD TVs. Extensive menu features wood-fire pizza, chops, ribs, steak, pasta, charbroiled burgers, sandwiches, daily specials, full breakfast menu on the weekend. And country cooking, Cuzzy's Brick House is perfect for large groups, sports teams, or special occasions. Visit Cuzzies.com or join us at Cuzzy's Brick House on Old Highway 212 in Chaska.
Bank Vista has hit it out of the park while helping small businesses. Bank Vista is honored to share they have been named Minnesota SBA Leader of the Year for 5 years running. In those 5 years, they have helped hundreds of businesses, resulting in thousands of local jobs and economic growth. Bank smart, bank local, Bank Vista. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Schramm House overlooks downtown Chaska and Athletic Park with a variety of indoor and outdoor seating with food and drink. Stop by before or after the game. They have an on-site kitchen with pizzas, Bavarian pretzels, and other delicious food. They're also the perfect venue for your next business or family event. That's Schramm House in Chaska.
Welcome back to Athletic Park here. It's still 0-0 on the top half of the third, and I'm happy to be joined by Ryan Paul, creator of CHBN. Ryan, how you doing tonight?
It's an absolute pleasure to be here, Mike. You know, I was driving in, and you know, it's not very often you see cars parked all the way down towards the central downtown Chaska area when you're driving in here. I was lucky to find a spot kind of in the back of the parking lot here, but what a turnout here tonight for Chaska and Chan baseball. I think more than anything, people are just excited to be outside with their classmates, especially here tonight. I mean, the student section what a phenomenal turnout here.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a fun game so far. Still knotted at 0. Each team with 2 hits. Carver Miller misses there. Count moves to 3-0. And that's Maddox Johnson digging in for the Storm, the left fielder, number 4. Here's the 3-0 delivery. And there's a strike on the outside half, 3-1 now. Ryan, I know you've been kind of in and out here a little bit. You've been working a lot. What are your thoughts of the Hawks in this young season so far?
Well, it's been a lot of fun to watch them. I mean, Kemp with the no-hitter there tonight was obviously the highlight of the season so far. But, I mean, if you would have told me, at least me before the season, I haven't followed Chaska baseball as closely as I once did, but if you would have told me that they'd have 2 dominating wins over Eden Prairie and then a loss to Jefferson, I would have told you you're crazy. But, I mean, that's always fun, the old late conference matchups. And then as the strikeout here But, I mean, 2 wins over Eden Prairie, that's a big deal. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you come into these kind of games down the stretch, obviously the short baseball season. These are the fun ones that obviously it's a tie game so far. So
Yeah, Carver Miller there able to sit down Maddox Johnson after getting into a full count. Strikeout number 3 for Miller. That brings up Ock, the leadoff hitter. Ock with the leadoff double into deep left center field. Warning track power there. Stand-up double as he takes ball 1. There's another big hit from Ock down the left field line. It's going to stay fair off the warning track again. And he's in for another stand-up double. Impressive by the freshman so far, Ryan.
that's a boy who can put the barrel on the ball.
Yeah, I mean, freshman, leadoff hitter, shortstop, 2 doubles against the crosstown rival on a big Friday night game, strikeout cancer night here at Athletic Park. He's got a bright future, definitely. That'll bring up Brendan Radke now. Radke struck out in the first inning. Miller delivers. Curveball misses up and away. 1-0 count here. Anything you've noticed early from the Hawks?
Well, I just think pitching in high school baseball is such an important part, obviously. You know, the biggest thing here is for Miller is put the double behind you. You know, that's two well-struck balls by Ock, and you haven't allowed a run yet. You got out of the first inning, no damage. I mean, you got out of trouble with a guy on third. I mean, limit the damage at this point.
Yep.
You have an out to work with. You have a force at first, and then get back to playing baseball.
Yeah. Hard hit ball there by Radke down the line, just foul. 1-1 count here. Miller doing a good job of, working from the stretch so far in this, fairly, I call it young season, but it's almost halfway done at this point with how quick the baseball season's gone. He's working from the stretch here again, 1-1. There's a pitch, driven to right field. And the Hawks are there. You get the out. That does advance the runner, though.
That's all right.
Yeah. That was Nolan Kemp out in right field. We know he's got a big arm, so must have been a well-struck ball to advance that runner.
He'll take the out in that spot, and, being at a tie game especially.
It looks pretty similar to the first inning right now. Now all Miller's got to do is go make one good pitch, get out of the inning. That brings up Sheehan. Sheehan swings at a fastball low and away. 0-1.
I could never do that when I played high school baseball, throw a curveball in the dirt. Granted, I was a catcher. I was more on the receiving end of those, but that's an impressive pitch to be able to throw.
Here's the 0-1 delivery. Another curveball tapped down the left field line. Foul. Hunter Sheehan, he's going to Gustavus next year. Versatile player, plays, kind of all around the diamond. Looks like he works out quite a bit in the offseason down in Shakopee on his baseball game. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Miller. Fastball up in the zone, able to get strike 3, and the Hawks are out with no damage done. We'll be right back here on CHBN for the bottom half of the third.
Hi, I'm Emily Rome-Welter.
And I'm Jan Rome of the Rome team.
We're back. We thought you might also want to know we can help you with lots of other real estate needs. For example, we can help you upsize,
Downsize,
build a new home,
find a cabin,
buy land,
relocate out of state.
or sell family property out of state. We're here for all of your real estate needs, so give us a call if we can help.
Soar Hawks!
Yep, I'm ready. Welcome back to beautiful athletic park here in downtown Chaska on CHBN. My name is Mike Schmidt. I'm joined by Ryan Paul, creator of the CHBN network, and our producer, Brett. Riley Funk on the hill here for the Chanhassen Storm. He'll be facing off against UMD commit Nathan Rosenberg in the bottom half of the third with no runs on the scoreboard. Rosie takes a strike up in the zone. 0-1 count here.
See Riley Funk's brother Carson in attendance tonight. Played baseball with him back several years ago. Graduated from Chan.
Here's the 0-1 pitch up in the zone. That one's going to miss. 1-1. Not too many years ago, though, Ryan.
Well, to me it feels like it.
Here's Funk from the windup delivering. Curveball in for strike two. Nice pitch there by Funk. Like I said, he's not going to overpower anybody. Sits in the mid to low 80s, but he does work 3 pitches in.
He's their football quarterback, too. I'm sure you've mentioned that. Hard throwing. I mean, throwing the football improves your baseball pitching just naturally. I mean,
I don't know about that.
That's
at least not personally.
Well,
no, I
just
agree.
arm strength in general.
It correlates. Here's the 2-2 pitch, missing in the zone.
Especially for a left-hander like Funk.
Yeah, he's not oversized. He runs about 5'11". Delivers from that 3/4 arm slot with a good mix. And here's the payoff pitch, 3-2. Driven to center field. Mashka chasing in after. He's unable to make the play, and Rosie's on board. That's what I talked about. I mentioned it earlier, Ryan, before you arrived. Rosenberg, typically the Hawks 3-4 hitter. They moved him down a little bit in the lineup, hoping to spark him up a little bit, get him going. And, sometimes it just takes a bleeder like that to get going.
Well, obviously Rosenberg hasn't had the hottest bat this season, but being moved down in the lineup isn't always a bad thing for a player, especially like him. I mean, those bloop singles are what ends up getting you runs. We saw it the other night, was it against Hopkins, I think, came to town, and they strung together just a couple bloop singles.
Yep.
And eventually had, I think it was a 2-out triple that ended up bringing in some runs. So those are important runners out there, and
especially with no outs.
Exactly.
It brings up Sam Streeter, the second baseman. He takes a strike on the outside half. Yeah, it seems like so far this year the Hawks have almost had more luck on bleeders like that than anything hard hit. A couple line drives have actually gotten the Hawks into a little bit of a trouble. Funk delivers, misses up, and that's going to get past the catcher. 10 is into pitch run for the Hawks. That's Riley Killian. High school baseball rules, obviously Rosenberg, the catcher, is able to get a pitch runner at any time, so Killian's in to run for him.
Yeah, a lot of re-entry rules in high school baseball, as I'm sure many of our viewers are aware.
Here's the 1-1 pitch now to Streeter. And Funk's going to step off. Streeter playing second base tonight. Kind of typically a defensive specialist so far for the Hawks. He's been in. Anytime Carver Miller throws, they usually move Bushy over to third. And Streeter takes over at second. He's been DH4 in the past, but he's hitting tonight.
Almost got to wonder if Funk saw something out behind him from Killian that he didn't like.
Yep.
See if we could.
Killian does have good speed.
See if we could see a throw through here.
Here's the 1-1 pitch to Streeter. He goes to bunt but pulls back. It was the pitch misses high.
Obviously, a leadoff run or a runner on second base with a left-handed pitcher is a little different.
Yep. Corners are in here for the Storm. Being aware of that, the bunt potential. Funk sets. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Misses low and away to Streeter. Good at bat so far by Streeter.
Chaska baseball really emphasizes quality at bats, and like we said earlier, these runs now that are on this runner that's now on second can be moved over with a bunt. Obviously, a walk would be a quality at bat.
Yeah, here's the 3-1 pitch from Funk. He catches the outside corner, 3-2 now. Speaking with the coaches before the season and, as we go on, they said that, they don't have a ton of big bats in the lineup. They didn't anticipate having a ton of big bats in the lineup, so they knew they were going to pitch and play defense this year. Here's the 3-2 pitch, fouled back off the backstop. They've done a good job of that so far. Carver Miller on the hill tonight, the Hawks maybe 1 or 2 pitcher, along with Nolan Kemp. like we said, had the no-hitter the other night. Killian, little bigger lead here as the 3-2 pitch is delivered. Low and in the dirt. Good at bat there by Streeter drawing the walk.
Yeah, it's just ducks on the pond for Chaska, and no outs. It's all the more important.
That brings up Tommy Hansen, center fielder, number 22. Hansen's been kind of locked in the 9-hole in the lineup, but it almost suits him. He's been hitting the ball really well. Good at bats all season. It's just like a role he thrives in. Squares up to bunt, pulls back here as that ball sails high. 1-0 now. Corners are up for the Storm again.
These are the situations where practicing, obviously it's high school baseball practice and baseball practices in general can be tedious sometimes, but these are the situations where it's really important, both offensively and defensively. Offensively, getting the right bunt down, getting the correct base running. Base running is the most important part of baseball in many aspects, and then obviously defensively, knowing where you're going with the baseball is
it's
imperative.
Crucial. 2-0 here as he takes that pitch low. Squares the bunt again and takes a strike. 2-1 now. Still no outs here in the bottom half of the third inning. Both Chan and Chaska with 3 hits on the night, but no runs scored. Chaska looking to kind of break the seal, get on the board early, get out to an early lead. Here's the 2-1 delivery from Funk.
That's not what you're looking for.
Bunt up in the air.
That's a great play if you got him. No, he dropped the ball.
Killian able to dive back to second and get in safe. Good heads-up baseball there by Killian, able to get back after the errant bunt in the air. Nice play by Funk, too, to make that
That's
play.
a great play by Funk. You're exactly right. And it's a tough situation as a hitter and a bunter to be in. You stare at a couple pitches out of the zone. You have to pull back on a couple bunts, and then you get an awkward angle on one that you have to lay down. And you end up just stabbing out behind the pitcher's mound. And no harm done, though, besides the out at the plate. But
yeah, that'll bring up leadoff hitter and pitcher Carver Miller looking to help himself here. Delivery from Funk up in the zone. That one's going to miss. 1-0 count now with 1 down. As I mentioned, Riley Killian pitch running on second base. Sam Streeter, the second baseman who drew the walk, is on first. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Driven into left field down the line. That's going to play one, and the Hawks are on their horses as the left fielder mishandles it. Stand-up double there for Carver Miller, and the Hawks break the seal. They're on the board. 1-0 here in the bottom half of the third with 1 down and runners on second and third.
Well, I mean, those are quality at-bats that lead to runs, like we said. You have the bloop single to center, and now you've got runners on second and third with a walk and a big double by Miller. So it's impressive when a starting pitcher can help himself out in the leadoff spot.
Absolutely. Like whenever I pitched back in the day, it was so crucial. My at-bats, they seem to count a little bit more. They shouldn't, but they always seem to selfishly, as Chan's going to take a visit to the mound here. Funk hasn't been throwing bad at all. It's just, he's getting touched up a little bit, blooper here, blooper there, but that gets the pitch count up.
You'd rather be hitting in the zone and having balls put in play than completely missing the zone. And, let your defense, you got 8 guys, 7 guys behind you. I mean, you'd rather have the ball be put in play. Those are 2 bloop singles in the inning. You got 1 walk. I mean, that's all right. You just go settle him down.
I'm sure that's what's going on right now, is just the calm down, everything's fine conversation. That does, however, bring up Nolan Kemp, right fielder, coming off the perfect game, coming off a 2-for-3 game, number 18, with runners in scoring position at second and third. Chaska crowd letting Funk hear it a little bit. I see Big Z down there heading to Mankato State next year. I talked with your brother a little bit last game. He's going to Madison.
Wisconsin, yep. Yeah, it's great to see all these kids, obviously.
Funk delivers a curveball and just misses. Chanhassen crowd not happy with that call. 0-1 now with 1 down here. Chanhassen has the infield in as well. Here's the 0-1 delivery from Funk. Hammered by Nolan Kemp up the chute. That's going to plate 1. Mashka handles it in center field, delivers the throw a little bit off, but the runners will stay at first and third here for the Hawks as they plate their second run of the inning. Big time hit there by Nolan Kemp.
Big time players come up in big situations. Obviously, just the bottom of the third inning here, but any runs that Chaska can get, they'll take them.
Kemper's a great kid. You know, he's a little quiet. His dad is the exact same way. I played softball with him for several years. He's a great guy, former Cubs pitcher as well. You know, very humble. I went up and congratulated him on Wednesday night after Nolan threw the no-no, and he was acted like nothing happened.
Great family for sure, as are all of these Chaska and Chanhassen families.
First pitch of the at-bat for Benson, and it's fouled down the right field line. 0-1 count now with one out. Benson, good power from the first baseman. Funk sets and delivers. Kemp takes off. Ground ball up the middle. Able to sneak by on the dull or on the steal. Good piece of hitting, and they trade spaces. First and third again for the Hawks as they played another run. Good at bat there by Benson.
Those are what win you over in the locker room there. The coaches love those kind of hit and run plays.
Yep. Hit it where they ain't.
Put it right where you need to. You know, going back to the note about the Kemp no-hitter, the great Dale Welter, who I believe is here tonight. I was trying to find him, maybe bring him up here.
I can't imagine he's not.
I know he's here, actually, because I emailed him. He sent an email about the history of Chaska Hawks no-hitters. And we have three that at least he knows of.
Yep.
Jay Nelson in the 70s.
That's my uncle.
Jerry Riesgraf in the 80s.
Yep.
And obviously Luke Roscom, who a lot of Chaska Hawks and Chanhassen Storm fans will remember. The Nebraska Cornhusker threw a no-hitter.
There's a throw over to first to check on Benson. He's in safe, no problem. It brings up Ethan Bachman now. And the count is 0-1 with one out. Bachman back in the four-hole after moving down in the lineup a little bit. Here's the 0-1 delivery. Hit hard into the gap. That's going to plate another run for the Hawks. Benson will stay put on second. Nice at bat there by Ethan. Four straight hits here for the Hawks.
Chan's got Jake Ryan down in the pen, and it looks like they are waving the hat. He's ready to come in. And my former earth science teacher, Ross Van Howen, at Middle School East, will make the change.
That's why we bring you in. We bring you in for that type of insight.
Well, I'll give you another one with Ross Van Howen, former co-worker at Hazeltine National Golf Club. Had the pleasure of spending at least part of a summer with him. It was actually the same summer that Ross, or Mr. Van Howen, as many around here know, Ross got the Chanhassen head coaching job. He worked at Hazeltine for a couple months, and looks like Chan will actually make a defensive switch instead of going to the bullpen.
Yep, it looks like number 9's on the hill now, Hunter Shaheen.
That's a tough situation for Funk. You give up a couple bloop singles that lead to runs, and then guys just kind of start putting the bat on the ball. You get to the meat of the Chaska lineup. I mean, those top, 3-4 guys for the Hawks they're pretty much guaranteed hits when you're rolling as hot as Chaska is right now.
Yeah, we mentioned it a little bit in the broadcast earlier this week. It was just about getting the bats going, and Coach Welter constantly talks about how hitting is contagious, and we saw a little bit of that with 4 straight singles. Hunter Shaheen, I mentioned in his last at-bat, he's pretty versatile. He plays all over the infield, also pitches a little bit. He's heading to Gustavus next year, play baseball. He trains at Starter Sports Training in Shakopee.
Where'd you get that sheet from? That's a nice little media guide there.
I've got the plugs. No, I'm happy enough to. The Dugout Club definitely helps me out with a little bit of research. It's kind of tough to find on baseball, like specifically after last year where there wasn't any varsity baseball played in Minnesota. Right. So getting any scouting reports on any players is pretty tough because they would have had to play as a sophomore.
Mm-hmm. That's right. And that's when these situations become all that more important. I mean, you look at guys for Chaska, Rosenberg's, you called him a veteran the other night. I thought that was I always think it's funny when we refer to high school players as veterans, but it's true. I mean, you look at situations like this, nobody played last year. So, you know, being in a varsity field, playing at this stadium, or even Chanhassen Stadium, which is just as magnificent as this one. I mean, these are bright lights for these kids.
Yeah.
And
it's
different.
different.
A little different than the 4:30 JV games.
It's extremely similar to, like, we talk about it in football, you know, the speed of the game,
right.
Just everything about it. It's just, as you move up level by level, it gets that much tougher.
You mentioned, before we get back in action, you mentioned the Grand Slam Club. I want to give a big shout out to Jeremy Rosenberg and Andy Benson. They've been big parts in getting these games on the air, and make sure you support your local booster clubs, whether it be, I believe Chanhassen is the Dugout Club, Hawks, the Grand Slam Club. Make sure you support them when you can, because these broadcasts wouldn't be possible without them. So.
Absolutely. As Bushy takes strike one. Shaheen misses on second pitch and outside with a fastball. 1-1 now with one out. Runners on first and second here. Chaska with a 4-0 lead. That's a tapper up the middle, and Bushy's able to, he's called out at first, and the coaches for the Hawks don't love it. Bang, bang play. Thought Bushy might have beaten that out. Crowd's not happy with the call either. Does advance the runners, however. Bachman to second and Benson to third. That brings up Maddox Foss.
Yeah, that's tough. That's a 50-50.
Yep.
We'll talk about it a lot in other sports, but
Foss takes a pitch outside for ball number one from Sheehan. Like I said, second and third here, 2 down. 1-0 count. Sheehan on the mound. He catches the outside corner there, bring the count even. Beautiful night for a ball game, Ryan.
Doesn't get much better than this. At least at the end of April.
Yep, here's the 1-1 delivery, catches the outside
See,
edge.
Mike, this is a problem because I'm so used to doing the play-by-play.
I know. I think we need to switch roles here. No, you're good. Take over the play-by-play. I'm fine with the color.
Nope, this is your gig. I'm just so used to football and basketball.
I know we're falling into our old ways here as the count goes to 2-2.
No, this is fun. A little impromptu.
Baseball gives us a little time for chatter.
Trip down here, yeah, for sure.
Big pitch here now. 2-2 count, 2 outs. Foss digging in for the Hawks. Grounded to third base. Handled by the Storm, and there's the out. That ends the bottom half of the third inning, but not before the Hawks plate 4 on several base hits. We head into the top half of the fourth inning here on CHBN. I'm Mike Schmidt, joined, of course, by Ryan Paul and my producer, Brett. We'll be right back for the top half of the fourth.
Schramm House overlooks downtown Chaska and Athletic Park with a variety of indoor and outdoor seating with food and drink. Stop by before or after the game. They have an on-site kitchen with pizzas, Bavarian pretzels, and other delicious food. They're also the perfect venue for your next business or family event. That's Schramm House in Chaska.
Bank Vista has hit it out of the park while helping small businesses. Bank Vista is honored to share they have been named Minnesota SBA Leader of the Year for 5 years running. In those 5 years, they have helped hundreds of businesses, resulting in thousands of local jobs and economic growth. Bank smart, bank local, Bank Vista. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We're back here on CHBN for the top half of the fourth inning after the Hawks were able to plate 4 in the third, the bottom half of the third. Carver Miller on the hill. He delivers up in the zone for ball 1. Pitching to Jared Cook, right fielder for the Chanhassen Storm, who made a really nice defensive play in the second inning. There's Miller again. That one catches the outside edge for strike 1, evening the count. Important inning here for the Hawks to be able to maintain this lead.
Just throw strikes.
Miller from the windup delivers the 1-1 pitch. Gets a swinging strike 2. 1-2 now. Absolutely packed house here tonight at Athletic Park. A little different than the previous games as the weather starts to warm up. People start to get vaccinated and get out and about.
I got to give it to Chan. They have a ton of kids here. Chaska does as well, but Chan's really filling up this section of the grandstand to our right.
There's the 1-2 pitch popped into shallow right field, and that's going to be handled by Sam Streeter. Nice job.
Yeah, great play there. That's a tough play as a second baseman, drifting away from you. Sometimes you'll see the right fielder take that one, but that's a great play.
Sam Streeter's excellent defensively at second base. He's really done a good job so far. Good communication between him and Nolan Kemp out in right field.
Chaska's always had great middle infielders, just as far back as I can remember.
It's something the program emphasizes. Typically, its top athletes end up in the middle of the infield. First pitch in for a strike there to Redding.
Well, it goes without saying, it's just all 9 are important positions, but I mean, those two, here's a perfect example of it.
Yep,
This is a
Redding,
tough play.
the catcher with the tapper to short. Handled easily by the sophomore Foss. He delivers a strike to Benson, and that's 2 quick outs here for the Hawks in the top half of the fourth.
Just throw strikes, like I said. I mean, they can put the ball in play, but your defense has shown that they can help you out.
Especially with how short the season, or how compact, I should say, the season is. Keeping pitch counts low, making sure you don't overwear your bullpen. It's a big deal, specifically this year. That brings up Mashka. I think you've got a thing or two to say about Mashka, don't you? Miller misses on the inside, ball 1. This is the same Mashka that plays football, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we remember him.
Yeah.
I was going to say.
Like I said in the first inning, he gives me nightmares trying to game plan against him in youth football.
Back in youth football days, in the CCFA days, those were Mashka and I see him sitting down there. Yeah, Jason Collins.
Yeah.
That's a tough tandem. Nothing a little Matty Paul to Ethan Bachman combo can't handle, though.
It's a fun rivalry. All these kids know each other so well. They've been playing against each other for so long. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Miller. Catches the outside edge with a curveball.
It's a good pitch.
Yep, 1-2 now to Mashka. 2 down here for the Hawks. Here's the delivery. Up in the zone and misses. Good miss, though, there by Carver Miller. 2-2 now. Lively crowd. Both sides pretty active.
Well, it's great that we have this weather here in late April. A lot of times these high school baseball seasons, the weather's just so miserable.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
curveball just misses on the inside half. Rosie thought he might have got him, framed the pitch. Unable to get the call.
Yeah, it was high. You're not gonna worry about balls and strikes here, but
do you ump baseball as well?
No,
or
I don't.
No?
Just basketball.
Here's the payoff pitch. Fouled back off the backstop here, going to bounce back into play.
Several years ago, that foul ball would have come right into the press box when the press box was above the grandstand.
Yep. That's old school, though. That's been a while.
There's some pictures, I believe.
Yep. Like our little perch here now.
Oh, yeah. This is the premier ballpark in the state as far as it goes for high school baseball.
The 3-2 pitch with 2 outs. Oh, fastball. I thought caught the outside corner. Not quite as Mashka draws the walk.
You thought that caught the outside corner?
Yeah.
I thought that was right down the middle. He says it's high. I don't know. That's a tough pitch to lay off with a full count.
Yeah, Bauman checking with the ump trying to figure out exactly where that one was.
You got 2 outs, so it's fine.
Yep. That brings up Mason Lang, the DH, number 22 for the Storm. Mashka, dangerous runner over at first. Carver Miller going to check on him, keep him honest. Streeter playing a little bit of shallow right field here, as he's tended to do against lefties. Miller sets from the stretch and delivers. Driven into left field, and the Hawks aren't able to make the play. Ben Carter out there on left, just playing it smart there. 2 down, keeping the ball in front of him.
Rather keep the ball in front of you than let it roll to the fence and score a run.
First and second now for the Storm, though, with 2 down. That brings up number 18, Van Hollen. Some noisemakers here now in the crowd. Van Hollen digs in. Miller sets from the stretch and delivers. Misses up in the zone, 1-2.
To be a big win for both. Whoever ends up taking this game tonight, Chaska comes in 3-4, and the Storm even at 4-4.
Pretty similar schedule so far. Pretty similar records.
Yep.
Both teams have losses to we beat Wayzata. Looks like Chanhassen lost to Wayzata early, but both teams have losses to Jefferson and Hopkins.
Yep. Yeah, you'll see that a lot in high school baseball. It's just how it is. Short season.
All depends on pitching matchups as well.
I mean, we're almost guaranteed a good section game between these two teams. It feels like every year we always seem to have a section game.
2-0 now with 2 down. The delivery to Van Hollen. Tapped short. Maddox Foss is there to handle it. He delivers a strike over to Benson. No damage done here as the Hawks get out of the inning.
Let him put it in play.
Chaska leads 4-0 as we head into the bottom half of the 4th inning on CHBN. I'm Mike Schmidt, joined by Ryan Paul and producer Brett. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Emily Rome-Welter.
And I'm Jan Rome of the Rome team. Last year, we were able to help our clients 72 times buy or sell their homes, bringing them to their next real estate chapter.
Sometimes people ask us how we do that. We listen closely to all of our clients, of course, whether they're buyers or sellers, so that we know what their goals are. When you're a seller, we partner with you, come to your home, do a marketing analysis, marketing plan, and help you prepare your home for success. Let us know if we can help you.
Soar Hawks!
Welcome back to Athletic Ballpark here. We on CHBN. Chanhassen Storm versus the Chaska Hawks. The Hawks out to a 4-0 lead after plating 4 runs in the 3rd inning. Carver Miller doing a great job on the hill for the Hawks, not allowing any runs. Nathan Rosenberg digging in here for the Hawks to start the bottom half of the 4th on Strikeout Cancer and Diabetes Night. Hunter Sheehan delivers a strike low in the zone. Rosenberg had a nice single in the 3rd inning to kind of spark the rally. He takes a curveball inside and in the dirt, evening the count. Sheehan coming in relief for Funk. Back in the 3rd inning as Rosenberg swings and misses, 1-2 now.
Funk had a great start to the night. I mean, 2 scoreless innings. The first portion of that 3rd inning was well pitched. He just, the bats get hot. You get a couple, like we said, you get a couple bloop singles, couple walks, you get guys on base, and that's when it starts to get in the pitcher's head. You got to worry about guys running on you. You got to worry about things like that. That's when you stop worrying about throwing strikes or throwing or hitting your spots.
Yeah, you're worrying about the base runners. Sheehan misses low and away, evening the count. Yeah, it was Rosenberg's bloop single to center field that started it all off. His pitch runner was able to score the first run for the Hawks back in the third. Here's the 2-2 pitch, low and away.
You know, Mike, while we were in break, Chaska longtime assistant coach and overall awesome guy, Scott Gerber, took the PA mic, and it's strikeout cancer here tonight. We want to give a shout out to Heather Miller and the entire Miller family. I know it's been a long, hard road for them, but everybody here in the Chaska and Chanhassen baseball communities is thinking of you, Heather. And obviously, we're all praying for you and glad that you're able to watch these games here.
We appreciate you watching,
hopefully bringing you a bright spot of your day. Yep, it's great. That's what.
Hard hit ball by Rosenberg into deep right center field gap, and that's going to drop. Rosenberg rounding second, heading for third, and he's going to be standing up on third base. Actually, he takes a dive, but he's fired up. And the Chaska crowd's fired up as well. This is what I talk about. Move Rosie down in the lineup a little bit, just maybe to spark him. And he's 2 for 2 now tonight, including that big triple. Both hits, leadoff hits as well.
Well, when you're in a spot like he was in the 4-hole, I think that kind of comes a little bit of an expectation. You're supposed to be the guy. You're supposed to be able to bring in the runs. You get moved down in the lineup. That lights a little fire on you, but it loosens you up as well, right?
Sheehan delivers strike one.
That's a good right-handed fastball from Sheehan. It's got a little movement on it, a little bit of tail away from a left-handed hitter.
Sammy Streeter in for the Hawks. He was able to draw a walk and score a run in the third. As he takes a strike number 2 low in the zone. Chanhassen with the infield in. Not wanting the Hawks to extend this lead any further. Ball in play would be great here for Streeter. 0-2 pitch, misses outside, fastball.
There's Eli Mao, another football player. Boy, he's huge.
Yeah, he's gotten big. Another one that gives me nightmares.
Yeah. That'll score a run.
The 1-2 pitch misses inside, and that's going to plate the runner for the Hawks. That's Riley Killian again, scoring 2 runs off of 2 Rosenberg hits. 5-0 lead now here for the Hawks as they've got 8 hits tonight. Streeter drives it to second. Handled and delivered to first, and Streeter is retired for the first out of the inning.
A lot of times these games, Mike, you come off a huge win against Edina, emotional win against Edina with the no-hitter from Kemp, and then you get thrown 2 days later or a day later right into your crosstown rival game. A lot of the times these games are hard to keep your composure. And Chaska, I think, has handled it perfectly tonight. Yep,
that was one of our Rome team real estate keys to the game, was just playing composed. Like I said, coming off a big win, going up against a crosstown rival, sometimes you get the feeling where you want to do too much. And Chaska's done a great job of just playing within themselves so far tonight. As Tommy Hansen takes the pitch low and inside for ball number 1.
Especially when you have this 4-game stanza here that Chaska's on this week. What was it? Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday,
Monday,
Saturday.
Yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday night tonight, and then tomorrow again we're back.
That's tough. That's tough on your pitchers. That's tough on everybody mentally and physically.
Not a lot of practice time.
No, and that's these end of the week games. This is when it becomes all the more important situationally.
2-0 now to Tommy Hansen as he takes a strike on the outside half. Yeah, it's tough on the squad. It's good though. If you can get hot, this is where you build momentum.
And everybody, this isn't.
Hansen hits it hard down
great play
to the right side. Nice play there by the first baseman. That is number 18, Cole Van Hollen, diving play.
I mean, that's a perfect play. You give a lot of credit to Sheehan for getting up the line there, coming from the hill. But don't be afraid to get dirty. Who says first basemen aren't athletes? And
yeah, heck of a play there by Van Hollen, robbing Tommy Hansen of a hit. That'll bring up pitcher and leadoff hitter Carver Miller.
You know, I was going to say to that point of, you know, this 4 or 5 game week, I mean, everybody's doing it. This isn't specific to Chaska. You know, these teams are cramming games into the schedule, especially down here at Athletic Park, Mike. They're keeping you busy. Everybody wants to play here.
Yeah, my wife loves it. I'm out of the house nonstop right now. Carver Miller takes strike. 0-2 count now. Yeah, I signed up to do this job. You know, I thought it'd be a lot of fun. I saw this week it was 4 games. I was like, oh, my goodness, I'm going to be a little tired after this week. Is the 0-2 delivery. Tap to short. Handled by Ock and delivers a throw in the dirt. Another nice play by Van Hollen there as Chanhassen gets out of the inning. But the Hawks do score one, leading 5-0. We head into the top half of the 5th inning here on CHBN.
Cuzzy's Brickhouse in Chaska is the ideal spot to meet up with family and friends for great food. Watch the big game on 13 HD TVs. Extensive menu features wood fire pizza, chops, ribs, steak, pasta, charbroiled burgers, sandwiches, daily specials, full breakfast menu on the weekend, and country cooking. Cuzzy's Brickhouse is perfect for large groups, sports teams, or special occasions. Visit Cuzzies.com or join us at Cuzzy's Brickhouse on Old Highway 212 in Chaska.
Bank Vista has hit it out of the park while helping small businesses. Bank Vista is honored to share they have been named Minnesota SBA Leader of the Year for 5 years running. In those 5 years, they have helped hundreds of businesses, resulting in thousands of local jobs and economic growth. Bank smart. Bank local. Bank Vista. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Schramm House overlooks downtown Chaska and Athletic Park with a variety of indoor and outdoor seating with food and drink. Stop by before or after the game. They have an on-site kitchen with pizzas, Bavarian pretzels, and other delicious food. They're also the perfect venue for your next business or family event. That's Schramm House in Chaska.
Well, welcome back to Athletic Park. Mike Schmidt has stepped away for a second, but Ryan Paul here with you for the first time on a baseball call this year. Chaska and Chan, what a better way to start it off here on a beautiful Friday evening from the southwest metropolitan suburbs of Minneapolis. Historic and beautiful as ever, Athletic Park is shining tonight. Carver Miller on the hill for Chaska. He's quickly ahead 0-2 on Chanhassen's starting pitcher. Check that. It's not Chanhassen's starting pitcher. It's Maddox Johnston. Not Riley Funk. 1-2 to Johnston. Miller strikes him out. Breaking ball just caught the outside. And it's a quick first out for Carver Miller. Here's Mike.
What'd I miss?
A strikeout.
All
1,
right,
2,
that's
3.
what I like to hear.
Nothing new from Carver Miller.
Here comes the leadoff hitter, Ock. 2 doubles tonight. Miller with the strike on the outside edge. Might be pitching a little careful here to Ock after the 2 doubles.
Yeah, he's showing that he can hit to all parts of the field. He had an opposite field double to, what was it, right center, I believe it was. I was watching that one from home. But
and then one down
then
the left
he
field
showed
line.
up and he hit one down the left field line. So
0-2 now to Ock. Lots of great people in the crowd tonight from both communities.
The Ock name is one that runs deep in the local baseball community. This one's going to hit a windshield.
Hopefully not mine.
I parked in the danger zone. I was in a hurry to get into the press box here.
Yep, I ran into Coach Porthan, Tony Porthan, coached at Chaska football for a long time, and then at Chanhassen as well.
You never know who you'll meet on your walk down the bleachers here. I mean, this is really great. I mean, especially for these students. I mean, you haven't been able to do basically anything school related with your classmates all year, and you know, credit to them.
Wow, big time curveball for strike 3. Sitting down Auk. Whoa.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I mean, he turned away from it, tried to sell it. I think it was probably on the edge.
I think that curveball kind of buckled those knees. That's a big time pitch.
That started at his back. I mean, that's a great pitch.
Auk was ready to wear that one, and it ended up tailing it and catching the inner half of the plate. That was a great pitch by Carver Miller.
Yeah, I was just going to say that these kids haven't been able to do anything with their classmates all year long, at least school-related. I'm sure anybody sane would be hanging out outside of school safely, but, I mean, this is just great. You know, everybody's being safe here, and they're able to socialize. This is what it's all about.
2-0 count now to Radke, the second baseman for the Storm. I also ran into Corey Gleeden, mentioned before the broadcast, Kim Gleeden. Corey's father lost his life to cancer tonight, so seeing him down here on Strikeout Cancer Night, always fun. I played baseball with Corey. He was a very, very good shortstop. Played 4 years at the varsity level for the Hawks. Now he plays for the Chaska Cubs. 3-0 count here to Radke. Miller catches the outside edge.
Haven't seen Miller get behind in the count too often tonight.
No.
He's either been ahead or had balls put in play. Chan with 4 hits so far.
Miller delivers. Catches on the outside edge again. Full count now to Radke.
Chan's looked at a lot of pitches too, though.
Yep.
I mean, there's been a lot of pitches that are either on the block or within the zone that they've let go by him. And down 5-0, I don't think he can afford to be taking many strikes looking.
Yeah, I'd look for them to get a little bit more aggressive here as Miller delivers. Another one on the outside edge, strike 3. Big-time pitch again by Miller. That's going to do it for the top half of the 5th inning.
That's one you can't blame him for looking at.
Nope.
I mean, that's the 3-2 curveball that he bent in there on the low outside corner. I mean,
it's just a great pitch.
That's a great pitch, and that's something that Carver Miller's perfected.
Yep, we'll be right back here for the bottom half of the 5th inning on CHBN.
Hi, I'm Emily Rome-Welter.
And I'm Jan Rome of the Rome team. We're back.
We thought you might also want to know we can help you with lots of other real estate needs. For example, we can help you upsize,
Downsize,
build a new home,
find a cabin,
buy land,
relocate out of state.
or sell family property out of state. We're here for all of your real estate needs, so give us a call if we can help.
Soarhawks!
Welcome back here on CHBN for the bottom half of the 5th inning. Chaska leading 5-0 with 8 hits so far in the game. Chanhassen unable to plate anything. They do have 4 hits. That brings up Nolan Kemp. He's going to face off against Hunter Sheehan for the Storm. Sheehan in for a curveball on the inner half. Strike 1. Kemper coming off a 10 strikeout, no hit outing on Wednesday night against the Edina Hornets. Here's a 0-1 delivery. Curveball a little low in the zone, evening the count.
I might be a little biased in saying this. I think both sets of fans who are watching us tonight can agree with me, though, that a no-hitter is sweet, but against Edina makes it a lot sweeter.
Absolutely. I think you can ask basically any city other than Edina, and they'll all agree. As Kemper is able to find a hole on the left side of the infield for a leadoff single. Good job there by Kemper.
I mean, it's kind of been the theme of tonight. Chaska, you talked to Craig Bellman about this before the season, and Chaska's not going to, hit the ball out of the park a lot at all, but they're going to string together hits, and they have 9 tonight, and not a lot of them have been hard hit balls, but they've all been into the right spot. We've had a hit and run single, we've had a couple bloop singles, now this one in the gap for Kemp. Chaska's stringing together base runners, and they've got 5 runs on the board so far, 9 hits.
Yep, Sheehan bringing out the catcher, Redding, just to kind of discuss a little strategy here. As Kemper takes his lead. Yeah, the crowd tonight's electric. Hopefully we can get a lot more of that. Tons of great people in attendance as the fastball misses low and away, 1-0.
It's always great when these communities come together. A lot of these kids play baseball either with or against each other for, however many 10 years as they're growing up. I know I started in the Chanhassen organization playing T-ball, as I think a lot of Chaska kids did.
Hard hit ball to short. Plays made at second. Benson digging it out, and he's safe, able to beat out the double play. Good job
hustle
there. Good job there by Benson to hustle down the line. Good job by the middle infield for Chan, making a quick turn.
Yeah, it was a nice turn. That's just a tough runner to throw out.
Yeah, we got coaches, teachers, players, students, athletes, parents, everyone in attendance tonight. Some things are bigger in sports.
Yep.
Strikeout cancer night, it's just a great night.
As if you needed another reason to show up. And I see Colin Bond and John Summer standing down the third baseline, and those have been 2 guys who deserve world of credit for being able to put on these seasons and have them done safely. Throughout the whole football, basketball, winter sports and fall sports in general, and now into spring, they've pretty much gone off without a hitch, and there's a lot of people to credit for that.
Yep.
I think, in my opinion, the students most importantly, the sacrifice that they've had to give this school year and last even.
Yep. Ethan Bachman takes a ball low and inside. 1-0 count here. Drives the ball into left field. Left fielder's there. That's Johnson for the Storm, able to retire Bachman. 2 down now here for the Hawks, and Kemper's still on first. Or excuse me, Benson's on first after the fielder's choice. Excuse me. Yep, Bob Repke here again tonight, former Chaska mayor.
Yeah, Bob's a great guy. Chaska Cubs season starts, I believe, this weekend on the road, and then they start their home schedule next week. Chaska Cubs games are a great event. If you as a family or have never been to a Chaska Cubs game or haven't been to one in a while, I'd highly recommend you come on down to Athletic Park to enjoy a little amateur baseball. Chaska, Waconia, and Hamburg will be hosting the state tournament this year. This fall, I believe it's 3 weekends in August and September, if I'm not mistaken. That's always a great event, and happy to be a part of that here, hosting as one of the 3 sites this year in Chaska.
Yeah, that brings up Henry Bushy. And Bushy now takes this ball outside, 2-0 count. And Benson's able to advance over to second on the pass ball. Thank you, Ryan, for CHBN. I know my grandma's watching right now. My uncle's watching right now. Helen and Larry, I'd like to say hi to you guys. My parents always watch as well. Hopefully they're going to get down to a couple games here.
Yeah, I mean, now that people are starting to become vaccinated, obviously they'll be able to come out to games a lot more. But, I mean, you know, let's thank Brett, who, first of all,
absolutely,
and
Brett.
and
Producer
Mike,
Brett.
And Mike York, who have done now football, basketball, and baseball for us this year. I mean, Brett's been a great partner with CHBN. It's a little different for me now that I'm not in school full time to be able to do CHBN full time, and Brett's been a great partner for that. So We were discussing earlier tonight the football, this upcoming football season. Stay tuned for more news on that. Obviously, we're what seems like a ways away, but August is, we were saying, only
State
3-4
Fair is
months
right
away.
around the corner.
High school football will be here before you know it. So,
Bushy takes the ball low in the zone. 3-1 now.
Oh, geez, you can't do that. This is great that people are able to watch, and I've got a lot of emails from folks who normally wouldn't be able to watch a high school baseball game.
Yeah, we got people watching all across the country, family members, and we even opposing teams have been tuning in quite a bit here to see HBN.
I got an email earlier today. Let's see if I can find it here from Linda LeClaire, a friend of the Welter family. She's tuning in from Hilton Head.
Nice.
So we got a international or national audience here.
Bushy draws the walk there.
And this is a great Chaska team to tune in to watch. They got a lot of talent on this team and a lot of interest in Chaska baseball.
First and second now, 2 down. Maddox Foss, the sophomore, digging in. Swings and misses on a high fastball. 0-1 now.
What a beautiful night. I mean, this is April 29th, it's April 30th, and it's 60 degrees today. And
yep. It's going to get even better this weekend. We're going to have a balmy one tomorrow, 81 degrees for the 1 o'clock first pitch. 0-1 here to Foss. Sheehan misses low in the zone, even in the count. For anyone paying attention, the Vikings have not made a move up in the second round as it's about to end.
Good thing that we rented Yannick Ngakwe for 6 games.
I don't want to talk about it. That's strike 2, catches the outside edge. Big at bat here for Foss, able to, if we can get 1 or 2 more runs, it might put the Storm away here. Sheehan's done a nice job since he's coming in to kind of, stop the flood. He steps off here.
Yeah, it was a tough third inning for Riley Funk. Had 4 runs put up on him. Sheehan just gave up the 1 last inning, but so far he's limited the damage here in the bottom of the 5th.
Curveball, and we got a foul tip. Foss stays alive. Sheehan steps off.
So this is what the second or third time we've seen catchers come out to communicate with the pitcher from Chanhassen. Obviously, there are a lot of different situations you can be talking about here. Base running, 2 strikes, what do you want to throw here, where do you want it?
Seems like anytime Chaska's gotten a runner on second, there's been a little meeting.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to throw a curveball in the dirt, you should know that.
Yep.
But
the curveball hit hard up the middle. Diving attempt by Chanhassen. That's not going to get the job done. And Chaska's going to plate the pitch runner. That's number 15, Cantu. A.J. Cantu came in to pitch run for Drew Benson. And it was a good use there as Cantu's got quite a bit of speed. First and third now for the Hawks with 2 down.
That's a tough one. I mean, Chan's second baseman gave a great effort at that. Got his shirt dirty. Got a glove on it. He just unfortunately tapped it just light enough to stop it from going deep enough where the center fielder or right fielder had a chance to make the play at home. But Chaska once again putting the ball in play. And it brings up now Nathan Rosenberg, who's had a great night at the plate so far.
Yeah, 2 for 2 with a single and a triple to deep right center field. Runner goes from first. That's Foss. He's going to get the second base uncontested. Second and third now. 2 down for the Hawks and a big at-bat for Rosenberg. Takes a ball low and away. 2-0 now. Hitters count for Rosenberg, who's been especially dangerous tonight. As I said, Rosenberg going to the UMD, Minnesota Duluth, to play catcher next year.
Yeah, Rosenberg, you've mentioned it several times. He's a guy who's worked super hard at his game, and it paid off. And He's going to play at Duluth, and he'll be a great fit up there. It's a great baseball program.
Kind of got that catcher's mentality, catcher's build.
Yep.
Hard hit ball to short. Handled by Ock, the freshman. He's able to deliver to first, and Chaska is retired, but they scored a run here in the bottom half of the fifth. We head into the top half of the sixth inning with a 6-0 Chaska lead. We'll be right back on CHBN.
Athletic Park with a variety of indoor and outdoor seating with food and drink. Stop by before or after the game. They have an on-site kitchen with pizzas, Bavarian pretzels, and other delicious food. They're also the perfect venue for your next business or family event. That's Schramm House in Chaska.
Bank Vista has hit it out of the park while helping small businesses. Bank Vista is honored to share they have been named Minnesota SBA Leader of the Year for 5 years running. In those 5 years, they have helped hundreds of businesses, resulting in thousands of local jobs and economic growth. Bank smart, bank local, Bank Vista. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We're back here on CHBN at beautiful Athletic Park on a magnificent night. No win, 65. The Hawks are leading 6-0 in the top half of the sixth here. Carver Miller on the hill for Chaska. My name's Mike Schmidt. I'm joined, of course, by Ryan Paul, creator and founder of CHBN, and our producer, Brett. Chaska's played a clean game so far. Like I said, they take a 6-0 lead into the top half of the sixth. Hunter Sheehan, three-hitter and pitcher for Chanhassen, digs in. Little bit of activity in the Chanhassen bullpen. Nothing so far for Chaska.
We've seen some on and off activity down there.
Looks like it was Jake Ryan in the pen.
Ryan was there. Ryan was down there earlier as well, so just getting him warm.
Here's the pitch by Miller. Curveball misses outside. And right as we say that, it looks like Anthony Steinhoff starting to get a little warm here for the Hawks. Miller delivers 1-0. Catches the outside edge with a fastball even in the count. Perfect night here for the fans and the parents. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Fastball gets the swinging miss by Sheehan.
It's kind of one of those nights where you could be comfortable in anything. You could show up in a shorts and a T-shirt, and you'd probably be just fine. Actually, I see a couple kids down there in tank top jerseys.
A lot of high schoolers in the shorts and T-shirt look.
Well, the sweatshirt with shorts look is in, as I'm displaying here. Nobody can see it, thankfully.
Always making fashion statements, Ryan. 2-2 count now to Sheehan as he takes a strike up there, a ball up in the zone. Curveball just tapped to stay alive. 2-2 still here for Sheehan against Carver Miller. Carver Miller's thrown a gem so far, only allowing 4 hits, kind of scattering them. Here's the delivery. Curveball misses in the zone. Just misses Sheehan. Chan student section doesn't love it.
That gives fans at home a look at what happens when a curveball doesn't break.
Yeah.
I mean, that pitch could have very well found its way into the strike zone. Just didn't zip.
Here's the payoff pitch. Outside fastball catches the corner, strike 3.
Yeah, and if you're Chan, that's frustrating. You can't look at that for strike 3. I mean, that's a meaty fastball right on the outside part of the plate, and you should be able to take that one somewhere.
7 strikeouts here for Miller, including the last 4 batters. Brings up Jared Cook, the right fielder for the Storm. Fastball on the outside edge, catches again. 0-1 count now. Curveball just misses on the outside edge, even in the count at 1 with 1 out. 6-0 here still for the Hawks. They were able to plate 4 in the third, 1 in the fourth, and 1 in the fifth. Fastball just misses up in the zone.
Want to give a shout out to the Benson and DeRose family from Oklahoma. I mean, just continuing our nationwide reach here tonight. It's great to hear those of you tuning in.
2-1 fastball catches the outside edge, even in the count. Vikings are on the clock and the pick is in for the NFL draft if you're paying attention. Miller delivers the 2-2 pitch. Up and in, just misses. Full count now. Noisemakers are out on the Chanhassen side. Here's the 3-2 delivery. Fastball gets strike 3. 5 straight Ks for Carver Miller. That gives him 8 on the night.
Yeah, couldn't come at a better time either for Chaska. This is one of those times, you know, Mike, we've been through it here so far tonight about how these kind of games towards the end of the week you can sometimes wear down, especially when you're up by such a big lead, take your foot off the gas, and it's evident that Miller has not done that with 5 straight strikeouts here now in the top half of the 6th. 2
down in the top half of the 6th, as Ryan mentioned. Vikings just selected Kellen Munn, quarterback from Texas A&M, with the 2nd pick in the 3rd round of the draft. Kind of an interesting pick.
Take that as you will, Vikings fans.
Ooh. There's a swinging foul tip off of Rosie's face mask. He's going to shake it off. He looks to be okay.
Yeah, those don't look like much, but I can tell you they're not very fun.
No. Kind of a glancing blow, luckily. Yeah. Umpire will take a walk, just making sure Rosie's okay behind the dish, and he looks to be fine.
Yep.
Redding in to hit. No catcher for the Storm. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Miller misses inside. 2-1 now. Big time game so far for Carver Miller against the crosstown rivals. 2-1 deliveries hit hard to third, and it sneaks past Bushy. That would have been a great play by Bushy there.
Yep, that's a base hit in my book. It's a 2-hopper that probably caught the lip over there, and that's a tough play to make. I mean, you could chest it up, but nobody wants to do that with that hard hit of a ball.
Especially up 6.
Yeah, this is a situation for Chaska where, as Coach Bauman always does, got a runner on base with 2 outs, nothing over your head. Keep this ball in the infield. Keep this ball in front of you.
We talk about how beautiful Athletic Park is consistently and how well kept it is, but no matter what, that lip is going to be there on any field.
Yeah, and I've had the privilege to play out here and work out here for several years now. Work on this field, and obviously the industry that I'm in, and it's like any natural surface. There's its imperfections, and that's the great thing that we have here at Athletic Park is it's groomed so perfectly. It's almost an oddity, and it is an oddity when you get a bad hop, and that wasn't necessarily a bad hop out there, but on that last play,
just caught that lip.
Yeah, I mean it's just it was a hard hit ball more than anything, and you're just not going to make all the plays, and it was rightfully scored a base hit by scorer Lloyd Melberg.
0-1 count here after foul off the backstop. Nice pitch, strike on the outside edge as Rosie pops up and snaps a throw over to Benson. More to keep Chanhassen honest over there than anything else. 0-2 count now with 2 down here for the Hawks. Carver takes a quick glance over at first base. Strike 3.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about the base runner.
No,
You can do that.
do not. Strikeout number 9 on the night for Carver Miller. Absolutely dominating. We'll be right back here on the CHBN network as the Hawks lead 6-0 heading into the bottom half of the 6th.
Hi, I'm Emily Rome-Welter.
And I'm Jan Rome of the Rome team. Last year, we were able to help our clients 72 times buy or sell their homes, bringing them to their next real estate chapter.
Sometimes people ask us how we do that. We listen closely to all of our clients, of course, whether they're buyers or sellers, so that we know what their goals are. When you're a seller, we partner with you, come to your home, do a marketing analysis, marketing plan, and help you prepare your home for success. Let us know if we can help you.
Soar Hawks!
Welcome back here on CHBN. I'm Mike Schmidt, joined by Ryan Paul, the creator of CHBN, and our producer Brett. For the bottom half of the 6th inning, Hawks lead 6-0. Sam Streeter digs in against new pitcher. That's Jake Ryan for the Storm. Ryan sets and delivers a four-seamer that just misses, or no, it catches the outside edge. 0-1 count. Ryan working quickly out of the stretch. Similar four-seamer catches the outside edge again. 0-2 count now to Streeter.
Seen a lot of that this year, just guys working out of the stretch right from the start. You don't see a lot of that in today's high school baseball game. You see a lot of wind-up.
And there's strike 3 as Streeter swings and misses. Yeah, Steinhoff for the Hawks will work out of the stretch as well. Typically comes in out of the pen.
Yep. Yeah, looks like he's down there kind of standing by. I would assume they'll let Miller finish it out. He's sitting at 13 strikeouts right now. But in the event that obviously things go south, you've got a tall, lanky guy that can come in for Chaska. Hawks are swinging the bat still. That's for sure. You got a pinch hitter here for Chaska.
That's number 21, Jaden Millette, heading down to Iowa area, community college to play ball next year. Millette swings and misses on another fastball up in the zone. Millette's been a good, I'm not going to say surprise because he's obviously going to play baseball at the next level, but he's been one of the more consistent players for the Hawks so far this season.
Yeah, and Jaden's another one of those guys who works really hard at his game, and I've known of Jaden for a while since, we coached him in football a while ago.
Yeah. Hard hit ball down the right field line. Right fielder unable to make the play there. That's number 10, Cook. Millette on his horse. He's heading to third. There's going to be a play. Millette slides in. He's safe. Pass ball, and Millette's going to stay home. I'm going to give him a triple here for the Hawks. Let's see what the scorebook said. The ball hit the glove of Cook.
Yeah, Lloyd will give him a hit there.
Yep, they do award him the hit. Nice ball driven deep into the right field corner. Good effort by Cook to try to get that ball.
Yeah, that's a tough play. You're running backwards towards the wall. I mean, we saw it. I was watching the Twins the other night, and it was a Rise playing left field. I mean, he braced for the wall like 15 feet before he even came close to the warning track, and that's not the same situation that happened here. But those are tough when you're ranging 100 feet
away from help.
Right. Yep. Yep, so that's a tough play. It's a base hit. Good hustle from Jaden Millette to get 3 bases out of it.
Yeah, nice pitch hit at bat there by Millette. Miller, hard hit ball to center field. Mashka digging in. He's able to make the play. Here comes the throw home, and it's not going to get there as the Hawks are going to plate another run. That's Tommy Hansen pitch running.
Quality at-bats for Chaska.
Carver Miller helping himself out there with another RBI. That's his second on the night.
Yeah, and I mean it's looking like this will be a quality win for Chaska. Get back to the 500 level, start over. After a couple tough losses, 1-run loss to Wayzata. Obviously, Bloomington Jefferson's a really talented team within the conference.
Yep. There's Ryan in for a curveball on the outside edge, strike one.
We're going to have some good baseball down here, though, folks, the next couple weeks. Make sure you check the schedules. Athletic Park, you don't have to even buy a ticket to get in here. The gates are open. You can find a parking spot and walk in and sit down. So it's a great atmosphere as you're seeing on display here tonight. This is a great way for the kids to get back around each other safely, and to come watch some great baseball, whether it be Hawks, Cubs, and then we have a couple great tournaments this fall. We have the state amateur baseball tournament. We have the Class A State High School League baseball tournament coming up in just a couple weeks here, and I believe the Play Ball All-Star Series is still scheduled for this year. So Athletic Park will be a busy place this summer, and if you haven't visited it yet this year, some great changes have been made, some great upgrades, and I'd highly suggest you come on down and catch a ball game or two.
It's a gem for Chaska.
Yeah, the Welter. I mean, a lot of credit to the city of Chaska as the inning ends here, but city of Chaska has done a great job. Brian Jung puts a lot of work into this field, and Dale Welter. Obviously, this is his baby. Eric Welter, who you've had on a couple times, has always done a great job here, and I mean everybody, Rep Gee, the whole Chaska Cubs organization, John Rico, and everybody who's been involved here. It's just a great gathering point, a great gathering place, especially for our community in a time like this where we need to be supporting each other as much as possible.
Nolan Kemp strikes out there, looking on a curveball on the outside edge as we head into the top half of the 7th inning. We'll be right back here on CHBN.
Cuzzy's Brickhouse in Chaska is the ideal spot to meet up with family and friends for great food. Watch the big game on 13 HD TVs. Extensive menu features wood-fire pizza, chops, ribs, steak, pasta, charbroiled burgers, sandwiches, daily specials, full breakfast menu on the weekend, and country cooking. Cuzzy's Brickhouse is perfect for large groups, sports teams, or special occasions. Visit Cuzzies.com or join us at Cuzzy's Brickhouse on Old Highway 212 in Chaska.
Bank Vista has hit it out of the park while helping small businesses. Bank Vista is honored to share they have been named Minnesota SBA Leader of the Year for 5 years running. In those 5 years, they have helped hundreds of businesses, resulting in thousands of local jobs and economic growth. Bank smart, bank local, Bank Vista. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Schramm House overlooks downtown Chaska and Athletic Park with a variety of indoor and outdoor seating with food and drink. Stop by before or after the game. They have an on-site kitchen with pizzas, Bavarian pretzels, and other delicious food. They're also the perfect venue for your next business or family event. That's Schramm House in Chaska.
Welcome back here on CHBN for the top half of the 7th inning. Chaska leading 7-0 over crosstown rival Chanhassen Storm. Carver Miller throwing an absolute gem tonight. He's got 10 strikeouts, 0 runs allowed, and only 5 hits allowed. It brings in number 22, Lang, for Chanhassen.
When are you going to get Troy Bachman on the mic? I'm looking forward to hearing that.
I was talking with him before the game tonight, and I think that's coming here soon. Maybe even tomorrow.
Right.
I don't know. We'll see.
Get Troy Bachman in here. I think he'd do a great job. I also, this is the first time I'm telling you this, Justin Bach will be back in town in a couple weeks. He's agreed to come on and do a game with you. So
beautiful.
We'll get you some people here. I know it's a long 2 hours to sit here and try to think of things to say. I did a couple baseball games a couple years ago, and it's not easy. So thanks to you, Mike, for agreeing to do these games.
Happy
I know
to do it.
You know all these teams that Chaska plays want to play down here at Athletic Park. So Chaska has more home games than the average team.
Absolutely.
And it's for the right reasons, obviously. And it's great that you're able to make it out to all these games.
3-1 pitch foul down the left field line. That's going to sneak out of play. Full count now here for Carver Miller as he pitches to Lang. Yeah, I've talked to Troy. Troy had agreed to come up. Trying to get John Bourne, former Chaska Cubs first baseman.
Guest, yep.
Even asked your dad to come up here, maybe.
Yeah, I've been telling him every night he's got to come on here. I don't know what his deal is. So he played college baseball in Miami, Ohio. I don't know why he doesn't want to do it. Oh, that's a well-hit ball.
Well-hit ball to center field. Looks like Tommy Hansen's camped, though. He makes the easy play.
That's just the kind of night it's been for Chan. You put the barrel on the ball, and it just goes right to where Hansen was standing. But it's been an impressive night for Carver Miller. What did Denny just say? 13 strikeouts. I mean, that's an impressive outing to say the least. And
absolutely.
Two back-to-back pitching performances from two Chaska underclassmen, and
that'll carry you in high school baseball. It's all about pitching.
Especially last year when you didn't have any get to gain any experience at least the high school level. I know a lot of these kids played outside of high school baseball, but there's nothing
it's not
like
the
this.
same.
Yep.
Hayden Joint digs in for the Storm pitch hitting. Fastball misses on the outside edge. 1-0 delivery here from Miller. Fouled off the backstop. Actually looks like it snuck over it. Evening the count.
Want to give a big congratulations to all these high school kids here who are in the stands on the field. It's college decision day, I think, tomorrow or this week for sure. I know a lot of these kids will be, a lot of these seniors will be headed off to their next chapter, whether they're playing sports or being involved in other activities or going to school or going to the trades. It's a big time for all these high school seniors, and it's been tough. There's been talks of a limited graduation, and prom obviously is in jeopardy. So we've said it a couple times and multiple times as we've been throughout the spring and winter and fall, Mike. But I mean, these seniors deserve a lot of credit for battling through the adversity of this pandemic.
Yeah, and there's another strikeout for Miller as he sits down, number 21. That's Joint. Chanhassen down to their last out here. I haven't had you on yet since the high school girls won the state championship as well.
Yep. I'm looking on my phone here right now. I know the Chaska Cubs are doing a girls basketball appreciation night, and I'm trying to find the date of that. I'll see if we can do it before the game ends here.
Congratulations to Tara, Coach of the Year.
Tara Cipher, Coach of the Year. I mean, couldn't be given to a more deserving person. And the team, obviously the best team won, and that was just a lot of fun. I was grateful enough to be able to go down to the Target Center to watch both the semifinal and the championship, and what a moment just for the Chaska community in general.
Cooper Hansen takes one off the hands as he gets the first base there on the hit by pitch.
That's all right.
Yep.
You can afford that at this point.
Looks like Chaska is going to end up going to the bullpen here to bring in Steinhoff to maybe close this one out.
Yeah, it's we don't have the luxury of seeing the pitch count here. It could have something to do with that. I know Carver Miller's not going to be happy.
He's pleading his case right now.
He's not going to be happy, but I think he definitely deserves a standing ovation, and he'll receive it from his teammates. But 14 strikeouts, I think, and I mean that's an impressive outing, and we'll get Steinhoff to come in here and hopefully seal the final out for the Hawks.
Yep. Steinhoff's kind of been the man out of the bullpen for the Hawks so far this year. The lengthy lefty is about 6'6", 6'7", three-quarter arm slot. Works primarily out of the stretch, so he'll be comfortable with the runner on. He's been a weapon out of the bullpen for the Hawks so far.
Here's the Cubs' home schedule. They open up at home on Tuesday, May 11th, so a couple weeks from now, right here at Athletic Park. Have a plethora of games in May.
I believe we talked about maybe broadcasting a game or two.
Yeah, we'll see. I know that was in the works. We'll see. Still some decisions to be made about that, but we'll keep you updated on that. I know the Cubs would like to get us in here for a couple games. Here's the girls basketball night. 6 p.m. on May 23rd. It's a Sunday night. Chaska High School girls basketball appreciation night. So put that on your calendar, Hawks fans. 23rd of May in the evening. Come on down to Athletic Park, catch a Chaska Cubs game, and support your high school girls basketball team, state champion high school girls basketball
Sixth
team.
ranked nationally as Steinhoff misses on the outside corner.
And they're only going to go up next year. I mean, they have a lot of returning talent. You lose a couple of really important seniors in Kelsey Willems and Kayla Hendrickson and Kaylee Van Epps. I mean, Kaylee Van Epps is a three-sport captain. She's playing girls lacrosse right now, and I know, Brett, you're broadcasting some girls lacrosse here on CHBN, and Kaylee Van Epps is a big part of that team as well. So for a lot of these high school athletes, it's nonstop, and Kaylee Van Epps is a perfect example of that.
Runner takes off. Rosie will hold the ball. Nobody there to cover second.
You're fine, yep.
Yep, at this point, no harm, no foul. Chaska up 7. 3-0 count now. Next game again is tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Here at Athletic Park, we'll be broadcasting on CHBN. That's going to be me on the call. We're facing off against Lakeville North as we get a 4-pitch walk here from Steinhoff.
Yeah, Lakeville North is always a good matchup. You know, that's a talented team year in, year out. Chaska matches up on this Saturday with them seemingly like every year. Coach Bauman has a lot of respect for that program, and it'll be a good one. I know those Saturday afternoon games after a late night on Friday are always tough. You're getting to the ballpark pretty early. I mean, 3-4 hours ahead of the game sometimes, but you know, fourth game of the week, just give it your all. You got Sunday off.
Yep.
And you come back and close out the season strong.
It's the first pitch strike there by Steinhoff against Blake Iden, number 3 for the Storm. Fastball on the outside edge, in for strike 2. Chanhassen's down to their last strike.
That's a tough little sweeping slider from Steinhoff. Obviously, the lower arm angle from the left side. That's
He's
tough.
got a little Randy Johnson delivery to him, and the heights there too. Tapper foul hits him in the box. Great game here overall for Chaska. Great 2 games Wednesday night, tonight. They've really done their job, you know, putting the ball in play, great pitching. That's kind of the recipe for a win for the Hawks
and
this
I
year.
think something that Chaska we haven't talked about enough is the defense. I mean, they haven't really made any standout plays, but 0 errors tonight. I mean, they've just been clean all around.
Ball driven into center field. Looks like Tommy Hansen is under it. He's going to make the two-handed catch to end the game. Ryan, any thoughts before we head off?
It's just an excellent win for Chaska. And you look at this kind of a game, and it was part of your Rome Team Real Estate keys of the game, Mike. This would have been an easy game to kind of take your foot off the gas a little. You're coming off a no-hit win against Edina a couple nights ago for Nolan Kemp, and you got 3-4 games this week still, and it's just you got Chan. I mean, Chan, you never know. We've seen it in basketball so many times where Chanhassen is the better team all season long, and then it ends up being a 2 3-point game. We never know what's going to happen in these Chaska games. Chaska came out and dominated tonight. It was a great pitching performance from Carver Miller. Great defensive performance by the Hawks in the field, and the Hawks' timely hitting is eventually what came up to win this game.
Yep, I want to thank the Grand Slam Club again and everyone that came tonight. It was an electric night down at packed athletic field. Chaska wins 7-0 on the back of a great outing by Carver Miller. Thanks for tuning in to tonight's game, and thank you again to our sponsors who made this live stream possible. That's the Rome Team at Edina Realty, Cuzzy's Brick House, Bank Vista, Schramm House, and Unrestricted Marketing. Our live stream, CHBN and PSB Media for their hard work. Our next live stream is tomorrow as the Hawks will be hosting the Panthers from Lakeville North at 1 p.m. right here at Athletic Park. I'll be back. Thank you, Ryan, for joining me tonight. Thanks,
pleasure.
producer Brett, and we'll be back again tomorrow. Soar Hawks.